Yo, what's happening, my peeps? So, Fear the Walking Dead time, Sunday. Let's talk about it. This episode right here is pretty interesting episode. It starts off, we see why the crazy lady is crazy. They got into an accident or something. The husband was bleeding out. He was dying. It was the beginning of the apocalypse or whatever. She felt like she was a weak person. She was looking for help. Nobody helped her. And she looked internally, and through her circumstances, she pulled herself out of it. And it made something snap in her. And why she writes on the people, she was an English teacher back in the days. So you know them old teachers, man, sometimes they be tripping. They be talking about the kids bad, man. Some teachers, they just be tripping. But yeah, so we see it took off last week. She shot up the 18-wheeler. That happened. So we pick up, they back in the 18-wheeler. They trying to duck her, get up out of there. She tearing the group up, whatever. But everybody managed to live and stuff. The owner, you see, they used to have a lot of people on the side of the road that was doing the boxes and stuff. She killed all of them. She didn't want nobody to help somebody. And it was weird. Like, everybody was turning their backs. And she snuck up on all of them. And stuff. It was just like, she snuck up on him, and I don't think it would be that easy to you walk up on somebody and you got like a pointy stick and go through their neck and stuff. I don't think we made that fragile. Or ain't nobody got no kind of defense. Man, if I see somebody got a pointy stick or something, like, I don't know. But everybody trying to get away. They wind up shooting her. She doesn't die. But they shoot her enough to get away. Alicia and them come up on the scene. They thinking negatively, man. They probably all dead. So the little girl wants to still look for them. Alicia's like, I seen this one too many times. I don't want to see this anymore. Everybody I've loved have died. I'm pretty sure they have died also. So she trying to take the little girl away from there, take her to the beach to Galveston, to Freaknik or whatever. I don't know, was the Kappa party at Galveston Beach, or the Wall. If you know anything about Galveston, but shit, I don't know. But other than that, so the group, they getting away, they going towards look like the city. It's an ode to the beginning of The Walking Dead, kind of like when Rick was on his horse and stuff. Like, it reminds me of that part. But they got a herd against them, coming following them, and it's starting to, you're starting to see a transference on The Walking Dead. Like, they had so many people. They had Nick and them. They had Nick's father. They had the mother. What is her name? What is it? Start with an M. Oh well, rest in peace. But they had the leader people in the group. They had the old man. He was a leader in his own rights. They all died. So, like, is Alicia gonna be the new? You see, it's starting to see that Morgan is starting to be that character that everybody is gonna look to lead them. He's uncomfortable with that. He's like, I don't want to lead anybody, man. Everybody I go around, they die, this and that. But Morgan has the most experience. Morgan has been with the original group. And the original group, like Daryl, Maggie, Rick and them, they have been through it all. So if anybody can lead it, anybody from the original group can lead, even though they be on some bullshit with themselves. But Morgan is looking like he's about to be that character. So he leads them to the hospital, and this is his first real leading thing that he's doing. Well, second, because he was leading the group in go and get everybody and put in the boxes on the side of the road. That didn't turn out well. and he's leading them towards the hospital. He thinks that's going to be a safe haven for the moment to get past this herd. That turns out is not looking good because, man, but they have certain things with The Walking Dead that I do not like, that mess me up. Example, they have a herd behind them. They get in the hospital. They block off the doors and stuff. They push the wall. They push the wall down. I don't care how much, if they had rain damage or whatever. In let me see. It's been maybe 3 years that maybe the hospital has been abandoned and people have been. I can't see that much damage happening in like 3 years of the structurally. In a herd of walkers, like they push the wall down basically, and when they get inside, they keep trying to obstruct places, but they keep walking through. Like the doors and stuff can't hold them. They can't turn doorknobs. That's one thing. You can't do that. They have iron doors and stuff. It's like hospital doors in a wall. I can go get all of my friends right now. I can go get everybody from the high school or the football team and whomever. And let's go. Push on the wall. We're going to push on the hospital wall as hard as we can. And see if we can push that down. No, I don't think that's going to happen. So these walkers are going at this force. And you mean to tell me that they're going to push down the wall? Like, yeah, they start cramming together and stuff, but it's still just this much force. It's not a lot of force. They're not turning doorknobs and stuff like that. I know it's interesting for the show, for them not to have safe havens and them to be able to get in places. It's impossible, especially for them. They are not strong like that. They are decayed. Let's look at this. Let's go back in time. You remember when Rick and them, when they had the herd, they was leading the herd outside of Alexandria. They was on the motorcycles and stuff. They was leading the herd away. They had one little spot on the road. It was a curve. They had like an 18-wheeler. They had some 10 lined up right there, and they had to turn right there. Walkers were walking into the 10. Heads were exploding off walking into 10. Their heads were exploding. They were dying on the scene from the pressure of walking into 10. But those same walkers can push a wall down. You can be in a house. They can push all through the windows and knock the door off the hinges. You can nail the door shut like a hurricane. And they can get through that with pressure. No. I know it's interesting for the show. But come on. But anyways, I just didn't like that. But they get in the hospital, man, so Morgan is trying to lead them and stuff. At first, I watched this twice. The first time I didn't really get to pay attention. People kept messing with me. So I watched it again. And I'm like, when did the big man get bit? He didn't get bit. So I watched it again. And when he did get knocked through the glass, he didn't get bit at that point. But the walker was on him. And when he reached for the scissors, you can kind of see the walker get on the side of him. That's when the walker bit him. So yeah, he did get bit. And he was the one character that didn't want to follow Morgan. And he the one that got bit. And then they have the girl, the reporter. She had to sacrifice herself for them to get the generators running. They end up, she save them. They get to the roof. They stuck. They don't know how they're gonna get out of there. That's an ode to the beginning of Walking Dead. But I don't know how they're gonna get out of there themselves. I can't wait till the next episode. That's gonna be interesting right there. But there's a lot of craziness going on. But I think this is gonna affect Morgan a lot because this is Morgan's first leading job. Like, we turning to you. We need you. And will you come through? And he's look like he's leading them to his demise, and it's gonna mess with him. But I think he's gonna get him through. Next episode look like it's gonna be Trill. So y'all tune in to that. I'm not getting paid for anything. I don't know, but it look like I think they have 2 episodes left, and then The Walking Dead is gonna be here. Hey, this season has been pretty good so far to me. I like this season of Fear the Walking Dead. Walking Dead. I'm not looking as forward to that. Like, I see the previews and all that, but like, if Rick is gonna die, I'm not looking forward to seeing Rick die. Period. That's like if I was about to say like a sports event. Like, if you know your team is gonna lose in the Super Bowl, but I always know that Cleveland was gonna lose in the finals, but I still loved basketball season, so that wouldn't have been a good analogy. But anyways, like, comment, subscribe. Gonna be the greatest or the most hated. Hit that like, hit that subscribe, hit that bell, all that. Tell a friend, tell a mundo, all that stuff. It's corny as hell. Bye. Peace.